Thank you, Ambassador Rothmani. So good to see you this evening. Hello, everyone. My name is Wesley Spencer. As Kent informed you, I am the Director of Arts Partnerships for Women Forward International. And I am just really honored to be here tonight because I'm honored to be working for an initiative that recognizes art as something beyond the aesthetic. We understand the role that it can play in making the world a safer and more equitable and harmonious place. Through the work of Women Forward International, we are able to bring artists to the forefront, allowing them to share their voices with you and perhaps help you decide how you can make tomorrow a better day. Tonight, I am so very pleased to introduce to you all an extraordinary artistic voice. Her name is Nada Odeh. She is a visual artist, poet, and curator. She is also from Syria. Nada came to the United States in 2013 after fleeing her country during revolution. Since coming to the U.S., Nada has graduated with a master's degree in museum studies from Syracuse University. Her art is poignant and thought-provoking, and while the stories she tells may be difficult, she shows us there is a way through these challenges to a brighter tomorrow. So please join me in giving Nada a warm welcome.
Trying to figure out. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming tonight, and I would like to thank all the people who collaborated to make this possible, because I think it's very important. I would like to thank Dr. Kent and Wesley as well, and also the ambassador of Afghanistan. Thank you so much. I was really moved by what you said. It's very important, you know, having more voices of women. But today, I'm gonna tell you about myself. So my name is Nada Odeh. I'm 20, like since I was 3 years old, I started drawing and doing artwork, and my mom encouraged me to do that. But today, I thought art, since 2013, I thought art is very important to show like an important message, especially with what's happening right now in Syria. So Syria is the land of religions and the land of cultures, and where everything was born and the story of Adam and Eve started. And this is the images that I saw every day when I was there, like the colors of the sky, and the Arabic houses, the Islamic calligraphy, the Arabic calligraphy, and the beautiful cultural buildings that you see. So this is where I was raised, and my most memories were, or very clear memories, when my dad took me and my sister to like evening trips in Damascus, all Damascus, to see the city after everyone is gone. And we heard the sound of silence, whereas no one is there, but we saw the historical sites, and all those images just go around in my head every night, and that's how I think I miss home. Damascus is my city, and this is where I was born. And this is like historical sites of Damascus. So I started the collection of artwork called Damascus with Love. And it's like everything, every time something happens in Syria, I start sketching a beautiful sketch from Damascus, just showing, like, keep and publish it on my Facebook page and say Damascus with Love. And I created a hashtag, Damascus with Love, just to show like Damascus will survive, you know, because it's my city. So. Sorry. And this is my dad, and this is me while I was a child. My hair was blonde, so not anymore. And this is like in the countrysides of Damascus. And my dad was a great person and humorous, but also a very loving person. He taught me and my sister how to love and how to give love to the people around us, even if they do not love back. It's very relaxing way of living, because when you love, there's positive energy coming inside you, and there's nothing else. All the hate, all the anger just go away, and those are the things that pull you down and makes you very heavy and unable to achieve anything. Syria wanted revolution, and I say Syrian wanted freedom, but today things flipped, and I don't know if we have freedom now, but there's no freedom, of course. We wanted to bring change to our country because we thought Syria deserved to be a better country, but like our regime was holding us. And this is the Syrian revolution flag, and I think it's very important to show it because we tried to do something different, but things, as I said, flipped. That's not. So part of loving people and being peaceful with myself and my family and my kids. So I also started to help collecting donation to be sent to refugee camps, and that was in 2012. And when I saw what people donated to be sent to the refugee camps, I felt like so upset and angry, you know, and I'm filled with anger. How can they send this clothing to people in camps? Do people in camps do not deserve to wear proper clothing? So I took my anger and collected it, and I transformed it into art, which is it was very helpful. And I created this series of paintings called Royalty in Refugee Camp. I am a princess. Was the start, and this is a very important piece to me. And it's like my firstborn painting child. I have 2 kids, but this is my painting child, especially in this series. And this is a small girl. She lives in a camp, and she's like any other girl who lives in a house or anywhere in the world. And she is also entitled to dream and to think that she can be a princess. So every day she runs in the camp, like holding her tiara and saying, I am a princess. And this is how any girl in the world would like to do. Like, you know, I have a daughter and she used to do something like that. But I'm fortunate not to be to go to a camp. But what if things flipped and we were not able to live in regular houses? Like, it's not like you do not choose to be displaced. And that's why I wanted people to have the closer experience and understand that being a refugee is not a choice. It's something that you go through and you have to do it because there's no other choice. So this is a start of paintings that I created. As I said, the anger didn't hold me down or didn't hold me back, but I transformed my anger into love. And I thought, why I shouldn't light a candle instead of cursing the darkness, instead of being like negative and just go around and like hating everyone and why the world is doing this to me. No, I want to be a very positive person and try to, to reflect the positive energy and do something more, like, more productive, more powerful, so people can understand what Syrians and what Syrian women and children and men are going through today. So. The cellist. This is a piece where I thought, like, I was also upset from some people who use like their fame. They use the refugees to become famous, but at the same time, everyone is paying attention to them and forgetting the refugees. And the refugees are always under the stage or in the shadow or the darkness. So I am Syria. It's 2015 when ISIS started. It's before that. And I wanted to show the world, like, I am born and raised in Syria, and ISIS do not belong to us. I've never been something that belonged to Syrians, because Syria is, as I said, the land of religions and culture, and that's how I was raised. I was raised in a city where Muslims, Christians, Jews, atheists all live by together, live peacefully and able to collaborate. You know. In 2015, I wanted to, there was a protest in Detroit, and the city of Aleppo in Syria was being bombed, and there's lots of things happening there. And I wanted to be part of the protest. So we went out, and I designed this poster. And what's written in Arabic means freedom. And I wanted to focus on freedom, because freedom for me, there's two types of freedom. Freedom of tyranny and dictatorship, and also freedom as a woman. And freedom as a woman does not mean to me just like go around and do whatever I want. Freedom means being able to educate myself and help others get educated. And there is also, this is one of the exhibits. I've been in New York Public Library, and I thought it's very inspiring to see. You say you want a revolution, and that exhibit affected me a lot, because it talks about in the 1960s how many groups wanted freedom from different things, and the same here in my country and myself as a woman. I think I was really lucky as a Syrian woman, because in 2016 I applied to complete my master's degree, and I wanted to pursue a master's degree in museum studies. So I applied for a scholarship through an organization called Jusur, and they have a program for women called 100 Syrian Women, 10,000 Lives. And the 100 Syrian women who are selected in this program have leadership qualities, and they gonna help as we say, each woman help lots of people to grow and to benefit. And this is the picture is in the dean at the New York University, and I think that was our first annual meeting, and it was a very beautiful meeting. So we didn't know each other, and we met, and that was a very inspiring moment. This is our second annual meeting at the United Nations building, and I'm so proud of the women who were selected in those programs. All of them, half of them completed their master's degrees. Some of them, they earned their PhDs, and we are almost 30 women, Syrian women, who are supported by Jusur to be able to complete our studies, and helping Jusur to grow as well. In 2018, I was selected as the Syracuse Poster Project artist, and this is the unveiling event. So I created a poster, or designed poster, on Adobe Photoshop, if you guys know it. Adobe Photoshop is a very useful program. So the thing is, they want me as a new person in America, or a displaced person, to design something that represents the city of Syracuse as a welcoming place. And I did. I designed this boat with the newspapers in it. It's part of newspapers that tells the story of Aylan, the Kurdish boy, Syrian Kurdish boy who was found on the beaches of Turkey. And I wanted the people, and it's written in different languages, in German, English, and other languages. And the people are celebrating, being able to arrive safely to the lands. And you see people are dancing, and I wanted to take this photo because I felt like we're all dancing to be safe somewhere. 2018 as well. This is, I graduated from Syracuse University, and all graduates, they decorate their, thing, what I know what it's called. Yeah, so Yeah, I wanted the hooting ceremony, and I wanted people to see that. And my professors were like, they loved it so much. And while they're putting this like regalia and stuff like that, they were laughing so much, and they hugged me a lot because they think it's very important to be proud today to be a Syrian woman graduating from graduate program. Asylum in 2018 as well. This is a piece reflects my travel with my two kids. Like our bags are there. These are like illustration of our real bags, and this is 4 small pieces that I thought I wanted people to understand. I didn't get here easily. There was lots of trips. This is like how you see there's a long road where I'm now, right now, here in the safe land. And I was, a newspaper that talked about my exhibit in one of the Syracuse galleries, 914 works. And the Frida in me, Frida Kahlo is a great artist, and she's not only a great female artist, but she's a very important voice for everyone. And I wanted to show the world, like, it's true. It's now, it's 2018, but we are going through similar things that happened in 1930, when there was lots of discrimination, and women sometimes didn't have voice, like at that time. But today we have voices, but still there's a lot of complications happening. My mom was supposed to come to my graduation in 2018, but her visa was rejected and she was not able to come because she's Syrian. And that's why I created this piece, and I called it Muslim Ban, because I thought it's very upsetting that she wanted to celebrate with her daughter and to see her doing, like, achieving something that she was very proud of, but at the same time she was banned. And I think what affected me the most is when I heard her voice after a rejection, and she was crying a lot. And yeah, sorry. Yeah, so it's kind of, it's a lot of things in my life, and this is an introduction of who I am. But today I want to also to read 2 poems that I think are kind of a reflection of what's going on in my life. Poetry, I don't know if I plan to be an artist, but I didn't plan to be a poet, but it happened because I wanted to write things about myself, and I didn't want to write a book. I wanted to write something very symbolic and very quick, and very simple, and people can enjoy it. So I wrote this poem back in 2014, and there was lots of incidents about colored boys who were captured by policemen, and how I was surprised about the amount of racism that I was not expecting in America. So, sorry. Yeah. A boy was killed for the color of his skin. Dark chocolate is my favorite. What a wonderful dream. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all struggled to live a decent life with one color called humanity. This color is not to be mistaken in a crowd of heartful being. Unless there is a riot, life will never be the same. I traveled across the oceans to a country that has a dream, to never discriminate people and live a peaceful dream. I was looking for freedom in a country so called to be free. I left my country. It was filled with injustice, running away from bloody deeds, looking for shelter in a faraway dream. Now I'm wondering, do Americans accept these deeds? I'm sure deep inside they are human beings. Syria is my love, and so is Martin Luther King. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My second poem, and it's inspired by rising out of the ashes. And when Dr. Kent told me, she was talking to me, and I said, she asked me to read a poem. And I wanted to write something for this event because I think it's very important. And then suddenly I went, I was like looking into written words about rising from ashes. And I read this beautiful poem by Maya Angelou, which is I really respect. It's an amazing poet and activist. And those are the best. So it's called I Rise. I rise from ashes. I bury the moments that brought me pain in a box, in a glass ball, and I try to entertain. From ashes I rise, the dirt on my shoulder, your smile requests much more than a holder. A cup belongs to me, is filled with pain. Salter than the sea, my tears are, no refrain. But the space between my soul and my heart is filled with stain. I heard many voices whispering the pain of my late achievements and the dancing drops of rain. Nada is my Arabic name. Dewdrops in the morning it means, but nothing in Spain. It seems to be hilarious, but sometimes it's pain. Hear, hear to women who always dance under the rain. They belong to the earth and the skies, either cloudy or plain. They rose from ashes, went in life, wore their shoes, put a lipstick, but still managed to sustain, to embrace every moment, try to bury their pain, add love to their lives, no restraint. Thank you.
Add love to our lives, no restraint. I want to thank everyone, our speakers, Ambassador Rahmani, Sarah Al-Sadi, the Embassy of the State of Qatar. Thank you, Nada Odeh, our poet, Rocio Cavazos, Wesley, Sarah, our singers, and all of you today for your solidarity in our mission to bring love and maturity back into diplomacy and to advance women, to advance humanity. Together here today, we launch Women Forward International purely and simply for the sake of love, because love liberates. Please feel free to join us in this song, a song we've never sung before together. The words by the well-known John Wesley are on the back of your programs. And then enjoy and celebrate at our reception with a little bit of live music. Oh, can we do that one more time? Neil, can you cue me? Purely, simply, learn to love for the sake of love. Purely, simply, learn to love for the sake of love.
Purely, simply, learn to
Learn to
love
love
for the sake
for the
of
sake of
love.
love. Purely,
Simply,
simply,
learn to
learn
love
to
for the
love.
sake of love.
It can never be too early or too late to
Learn to live
for no sake. It can never be too early to live
for
for
love's sake.
love. By all the means times you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can. Give all the love you can, and all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. Be a living expression of love's kindness, kindness in your face,
Kindness in your eyes,
kindness in your smile, kindness in your smile.
give all the love
Give all the
can,
you can,
all the means
by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in
in
all
all the places you can. Give love
give all the love you can, and all the times you can, to the people you can, as long as ever you can. Okay, audience, this is your turn. All the love you can, and all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long, that's how it goes, as ever you can.
Give all the love you can.
Give all the love you can, and all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can.
Give all the love you can.
Give all the love you can, and all the times you can, to all the people you can. Give all the love you can, and all the times you can, to all the people you can. Give all the love, kindness in your ears, kindness in your smile. Give all the love you can, kindness in your ears, kindness in your smile, kindness in your smile. All the love you can, for love's sake, love for love's sake. People love's live so love for love's sake, love for love's sake, love for love's sake. You are love's so love for love's sake, love for love's sake, love for love's sake. You love live so love
all the people you
sake,
can.
love
Give
for
all
love's
the
sake,
love you
love for
can.
love's
At all the
sake.
times you
You
can.
love so
To
love
all
for
the
love you
people
can.
you can.
Love for
Give
love's
all
sake,
the love you
love for
can.
love's
At all the
sake.
times you
People
can.
love so
All
love
the
for
people
love's
you
sake,
can.
love
Give
for
all
love's
the
sake,
love you
love for
can.
love's
At all
sake.
the times you can.
Thank you for joining
To all
us,
the
and
people you
please
can. Give
welcome
all
to
the
our
love you
reception
can. At
and
all the
celebrate
times you can.
today, Rising Out of the
All
Ashes, the launch of Women for It International.
the love you can. At all the
People
times you
love
can.
live so love.